Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Try Stellar Tactics. In the previous episode, we defeated Dr. Ramos on Dauntless and escaped the ship, but when we woke up on an unknown planet 700 years later, met Dr. Jensen again, who explained us a little bit what happened, but we definitely have to find out more details. And that's what we're gonna do now. She also told us that Dr. Ramos is still alive, that his friends saved him. So we now are supposed to go find him and talk to him. Let's do that. We are in this cave complex that I think we should explore a bit. Is there anything we could like... Oh, there's something we can interact with. When I'm moving over a larger area, the camera sometimes is not that smooth, but hopefully it's not a big problem. Okay, what did we get? Submachine gun ammo. If only we had submachine gun. Yeah, I was thinking about reloading one of the autosaves. Okay, upgrade for our helmet. And taking some items from our team, especially the shield that we got for our tank, but in the end I decided to not do it. I discussed that in the comments and to me it just wouldn't feel right. But wait, we can equip some items like... is this armor? So that's here. The helmet. What does it look like here? 6.3. I'm just checking if... oh, that will be an upgrade. Okay. So, Emily, you can have this armor. She's what? She's level 2. Okay. Now we know everything we need to know about her, I think. I guess we are not going this way. Oh, this is where we started, so... yes, we go here. Looks like a force field. Like that end, and... this looks like Dr. Ramos. Anything we could interact with? Okay, Doctor. Let's talk. Dr. Ramos seems preoccupied. A scanner in his hand, examining a small stone tablet. He turns to you, startled. Oh dear, I didn't hear you coming. I'm so glad to meet you again. My condolences regarding your colleagues. I thought you were dead. Dr. Ramos' hand darts to his chest. Pained look washing over his face briefly. Yes, you could say that. My last memories are of being dragged through the command deck and being placed in one of the escape pods by one of my experiments. Quite unexpected. I lay there in a pod of blood, fully expecting to die, and yet here I am, saved by my nemesis, my creation. Your nemesis? Yes, my experiments have set off quite a drastic series of events. Events that have spread across the colonies, causing quite a stir. I fully expected mutation, but only under controlled observation. With the ejection of the VATS and several hundred years of mutation, my phage evolved into a major threat. Abominations, really. Let me explain. The sequencing of the phage genome injected into human flesh has mutated into an alternate life form. This life form is intelligent. Unlike the previous plagues that destroyed our planet, this mutated phage triggers the limbic cortex, unlocking the fight, flight, feeding, and fear mechanisms. What? Unlocking the... oh, fight, flight, feeding, and fear mechanisms, but leaving high levels of reasoning and learning in place. Over the last 700 years, these phage seem to have arrived at an equilibrium where mutation has stabilized. Though we though we are still finding variants in their genome from samples we have taken. You saw the stasis tubes in the lab. Those are host specimens that we have been sampling. Highly illegal, hence our current residence here in this ruin to hide our research. In short, since I'm aware you have been asleep for a very long time, the Watts ejected. Many of the sleepers mutated. The trajectories of the Watts spread them across this area of space. Then the Phage woke, learned, mutated further, and continued to seek out their brethren. In addition, they seem to be spreading the virus to small outposts and regions in the border worlds. The fringes of colonization as humans move further into the distant reaches of space. To summarize, my little experiment has become a major problem. We now have aggressive, intelligent zombies that can fly spaceships, assimilating and eating human beings. The phage no longer spreads the way it used to, but it spreads. So, here I am, responsible for this tragedy, responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of human beings, and likely the only person with a solution to the problem. So you see, I'm trapped in a prison of my own making, the only road to redemption, a solution to this quandary. Should the Dauntless ever be found, I would likely be locked away for life. Until now, Dr. Jensen and Roger Grayson have been kind enough to keep my involvement quiet in the hopes that I can remedy my mistakes. I hope you will do the same. I'm so sorry. I know what I did was wrong and only ask that I be given a chance to remedy the situation. I do have some ideas that could help us negate the situation, reduce the number of phage, and end their spread. It will take hard work and it will be very dangerous. I I don't mind him. He's not that bad. I was there. I'm also responsible in a way. How can I help? Relief washes over his face. He glances at Dr. Jensen and then back to you. Yes, your help would be most welcome and necessary. Let me explain. While this Phager, highly dangerous, intelligent, and aggressive, they have a major weakness. A flaw that leaves them vulnerable. Reproduction. Phage cannot reproduce. The only way they can increase their number of or replace lost phage is to assimilate other human beings. They look more and more like Borg from Star Trek. They do this by attaching polyps to selected human beings. These polyps secrete a green liquid, extend tendrils into the flesh of the person being assimilated, and eventually recoding their DNA. This process takes days, in some cases weeks, during which time the host is completely vulnerable. It is during this time that the serum can be injected into the host, modifying its DNA so it's no longer able to reproduce. What? Serum can be injected into the host, modifying its DNA so it's no longer... So, like, it can't create those polyps anymore, I think. Further, the serum mutates the spinal polyps of the host so they excrete a pheromone that attracts phage and at the same time alter phage sensory perception. This change in sensory perception makes these altered phage hostile towards other phage. Okay, so we just turn them against each other. Well, that looks like a simple solution. The entire process starts a sort of self-destruct mechanism that can wipe out an entire coven. What do you mean by coven? Oh yes, phage congregate in covens, generally deep underground or in abandoned facilities throughout the outer fringes of settled space, sometimes right in the middle of an area that they are assimilating. Covens are the ideal place to test and apply the serum. It is dangerous work, however, and that's where you come in. We need someone like you to build a team of mercenaries, enter these covens and wipe them out. You are perfectly suited to do the job as your DNA is resistant to the original viral effects. Though phage no longer spread disease through contact, they still wield their original toxins in new ways. With a blood sample from you, I can create an injection that makes us and anyone you recruit resistant to these toxins. This is crucial. Until now, entering a coven was highly dangerous. We have been able to recruit people to help us, but getting into a coven has a very high chance of sickness and even death. We've lost many good people over the last 10 years. Okay, I'm in. What's next? I need to draw some blood from you, and then I can access the lab on the ship to develop the antitoxin. Shouldn't take more than a week or two. Then I think we pack up and head out. I have some ideas of where to head next, and Dr. Jensen will want to come along. In general, though, I think we will want to put ourselves in your hands and follow your lead. Dr. Jensen and I have already talked about this. You have a ship? Well, yes. How else would we get around? Our ship is on the surface just outside the main entrance to the north and west of here. Okay, now let's get going. Very well then, I'll join you and follow you wherever you go. Dr. Ramos will join the party. Sure. Let's check Dr. Ramos first. He is good at nothing. Good at hacking, but we don't need that. Electronics, well, we don't have anyone who can work with electronics, but these are skills required on the ship, so for now it's not worth anything. Rifles, SMGs. Oh, that sounds promising. Do you have an SMG? Like, offhand SMG? I think this will be his main weapon, actually. Single burst. We are doing more damage with this, but that's because we have a skill or decent rifle skill compared to the doctor, so switching weapons really won't make any difference. I'm just comparing like the ammo capacity. 24, 18. Okay, that could be the important difference. Yeah, we could definitely use a weapon with more ammo. See, and the damage is identical. You'll be using the SMG most of the time anyway. Okay. Where do we go now? Find Dr. Ramos. Yeah, but what about the new mission? I guess we just get out. To do around here, we can't interact with anything that's a force field. So, oh wait, great. Now that we are all in agreement, let's gather our our gear and head out. I think our first order of affairs is to get you to the trade station. You should be able to find some trained mercenaries there to aid you in your travels. The exit to the landing site is northwest of here. Northwest, that's where we are heading. A bit lost. No, there we are. Okay. Dr. Jensen looks at the screen of a handheld device. Scabbers! They have located us and have breached our defenses. That explosion may have sealed us inside the ruins while they attempt to scrap our ship. Scabbers? Yes, scavengers. Usually not much of a threat. They scrap metal from abandoned bases, factories, and debris from past wars. Lately, however, they have been getting a bit more aggressive. Something to do with the new leader. Past wars? 7 wars since the arrival. Fewer than on our home world in the same amount of time. The difference is that these wars have been held both in space and on ground. Hundreds of thousands have died. These wars have left large swaths of derelict war equipment, ships and debris scattered across the core systems. Scavengers make their living scrapping metal and salvageable equipment from these remnants. The houses are as divided as ever. Let's head for the entry. Yeah, great. The better world that we all hoped for. I'm pretty sure that we are not getting out this way. Well, that looks final. I don't think we can dig our way out. There's another way, another exit that leads down into the ruins further. There should be an exit through there somewhere. We installed a shield barrier to keep Arax from coming up and bothering us. They usually aren't much of a problem, but this ruin is infested. Great! Let's gather whatever gear we can and then head to the other exit. But be ready to fight. I expect there may be a brood mother down there. Sure, let's kill a brood mother. Go. How do we turn this thing off? This is it. I'll take the barrier down and we can head through the passage, so it just goes down automatically. The entrance should be down this corridor. Look, let's go. Okay, it's down. And interact with, so let's just go down. Come on. Let's wait for the save. And I'm not going this way. Is there anything? Oh, there's a crate, so we'll check that. Then we go to the other side. There is just a room. Just the other side. I guess we go this way. This looks like some kind of exit. Okay, so first of all, let's check the crate. I'll stay on this side in case there's something waiting for us. I see all the webs, and of course there is something. Just one tiny spider. Let's move to the side. Don't want to shoot one of our own. Nice. Halfway down. Hmm. 7, that's 3 action points. What is the offhand? Just a pistol. If I give her a rifle, like, Doctor will never use the rifle. It might be better to just give her a rifle, get rid of the two-handed weapon. Yeah, I think I'll do that after this fight. There we go. That was easy. And before I forget, get rid of this. Doctor. Oh, we don't have anyone who can use the shotgun. I'll always forget that it requires level 4. I mean, shotgun's level 4, not just character level 4. Okay, well, can get the hammer. You'll never use it, but the weight is irrelevant in this game, so you can have it. And if you are using pistols with skill 2 or rifles with skill 1, there is no difference. Switch back. Let's reload everything. The only problem could be ammo. Because if we have 2 people using the same type of weapon, we may run out of ammo, so I'll have to be careful with that. Some junk. Now the crate. Junk. Or junk. Okay, let's go the other way. Smells like Arach. Watch yourselves. These old Aznari ruins are infested. Can we talk about the Aznari? It's like the first time we heard the name, and I wouldn't mind talking about all these things a bit. Okay, this time we have 3 against us. 1, 2. They're fast. We kill at least one of them. Come on, you can do better than that. What was it? 85% chance to it or something, and we missed twice. Let's use the pistol. I want to do as much damage as possible. I'm still hoping that he might be able to kill the spider or Arak on this turn. Come on. There we go. And we'll just save 2 action points for the next turn. This one shouldn't make it all the way. Or at least he won't be able to attack. Just try to kill him. The other one is too far. On. How is it possible that with 84% chance it misses so often? Next. Okay. Kill with rifles going up. And please, let's focus. It's a huge spider standing right in front of you. How hard is it to hit him? That's how we do it. And let's wait for the last one. We'll take some damage, but I don't think he has enough damage to really hurt anyone. Yeah, it's fine. Come on, dude. Really? This fight, his accuracy is nowhere near 80%. More like 55 or 60. Yeah, that's much better. And just one more hit. Good. Reload everything. When I said reload everything. Arc Stinger. Why is this one more expensive? Nothing else around here. Is there anything? Oh, there are some crates. More ancient tapestries. And some more mechanical parts. Okay, but well. Once we get to some space stations, we will be able to get credits for that. What's that? Aznari built in stone. Strange for a spacefaring civilization. Well, I don't want just these tiny bits of information. Can't we just talk about those guys? This time we have what? 3 again? 3 we can handle. Yeah, why am I even trying to hit something when I have 62% chance? For our doctor, 62% chance is more like 10%. This time I can't even finish him up with the pistol, so I guess he'll just take some damage. Might be a lot of damage, actually. Oh, what the hell? How did that happen? I thought that all the spiders will go now. Yeah, let's try to finish him off. It's 62%, dude. You can do it. Just focus. Steady. There. See? It's not that hard. Why are they not moving? What the hell? Again, we're just going first.
Okay, that was easier than I thought.
And the level up. Do that right way. That's level 3. And you want as much perception as possible. You can see that the damage is going up. Some dexterity. Yeah, let's just go perception and dexterity. We have some endurance from that new armor we found, so that will be enough for now. Later we get a proper tank. Sign. And our skill with rifles 15. Almost there. 5 more points. Then we'll be able to add something to it. Holy crap, that hurts. And that was what? That was like 5 attacks? This guy's not moving for some reason. I'm a bit nervous that I may hit our own people. No. Okay. Yeah, that really hurt. $19. Come on, keep healing. 9. Well. Why can't I do it? There. And 20. That was much better. Let's try to kill this thing. On, come on. There we go. One more to go. Sometimes AI is doing weird things. But, well, again, it's very early in development, so definitely some problems with the game that will be fixed during the development. Can we move? Oh, you'll come back. Yep. Well, better than that. Nice. So
You're open.
a decent crit. More stingers. Oh, hello. Didn't expect those. At least I didn't expect so many of them. Just dead end. Okay, that's much better. That's how we do it, Doctor. Getting used to the new weapon. I'm not sure that I can hit this Arak anymore. This one is probably providing cover for him. Nope. Still fine. This is the offhand. Still really want to kill this one. Good. I can switch back and try to do some damage to the last one. I'll just save the action points for the next turn. Oh, and with a bit of luck, we might be able to kill this one. Okay. Far so good. Ah, it's not too bad. Okay, before I forget, let's reload everyone. Loot those spiders. No. Cells, shotgun ammo, and new shield. That is actually quite bad. Some medkits. Come on. That's a lot of ammo. Data card. Be good. Yeah, better than what we have. Actually, no. Let's just scrap all of these shields. Well, let's check. Let's do 9. 9, 7. Like, no difference. So the only thing that we really care about is the data card. When it's Sarnon. Mission failure. This made my last log entry. The mission has failed. Harvey Dendo is likely dead or soon to be dead. Again, we were unable to breach the inner chamber. Brute Mother is undefeatable. Bitten, my leg broken. I did make it to the cache. No anti-venom left. Can't move. Skittering in the darkness. Yeah, feels bad. But nothing that would really help us, you know, about the Brute Mother. Try to make it to the exit. Oh, anything that we want to interact with? No. There is a crate. And there are some spiders. It's 2. Oh, come on. Oh, there's one on the other side. And... Oh, I don't want to shoot this one. I'll just spread out a bit. It will take quite a lot of damage. Maybe from this side. I was afraid that. Why am I shooting this one when I started the other one? It's gonna hurt. Okay. Or one is knocked out. Yeah, this will be the end. Okay, so now it's 2v2. On. Sucks that it was our main character, because we really could use the practice with rifles. On. There. What can we loot? Just that crate? Just more junk. Oh, it's considered alien mechanism. It's not a human-made. Interesting. Well, I think we'll end this episode right here. We'll go to the next area next time. I think so far we are doing well, but I would like to know more about these guys who build the tunnels, and there's still so much that we can talk about with our friends. Really, I'm more interested in the information than actually in like fighting spiders right now, or even the broodmother. I just like to keep talking and just know as much as possible. But well, I guess you'll have to wait for that, and slowly, with every step, we'll learn a little bit more. For today we are done, so I hope that you liked this episode. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.